Jesus says in Matthew 11, 28, 29, 30, he says, get away with me. It's as if he knew what we would be facing in 2014. It's as if he knew the future. I'm just completely unwilling to sacrifice health for success, however we define that today. That's not success. You might add up some numbers in your bank account, but if your soul is toiling and anxious and worried and still sewing leaves together and hiding in bushes, that's not worth it. Jesus says, are you tired? Are you worn out? He would have been talking to ancient Jews, and the response would have been a resounding absolutely yes, because they had been toiling, sewing leaves together, trying to fulfill the law to get their groove back. The awkwardness they felt in their soul, the inability to get in the groove was because they were not right with God. See, when you're disconnected with God, you're disconnected with the rhythm maker, and you're disconnected with the one that puts your soul at a proper pace that's sustainable. And still be out of rhythm in your soul. God is the one that brings pace and peace to our soul. Jesus says, are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me. You'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me, work with me, watch how I do it. Now, in addition to that, ancient rabbis would use the term yoke all the time in relationship to their teaching, and they would refer to it as the yoke of the law. So it has been now many, many years, thousands of years, that the yoke of the law has been upon the Jewish people. And the yoke of the law was incredibly burdensome. It added to the angst and added to the fear and added to the worry of the Jewish people. Jesus shows up, he uses the term yoke, and he says, I have a yoke. They've heard that before, but he says, my yoke is fundamentally different. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. And he invites people to do life with him. He invites people to walk with him. He invites the people to live with him. What is Jesus implying? He is implying that in this yoke that binds two animals together, what oftentimes would happen in these ancient times, the farmer, instead of spending double the money, instead of spending enormous amounts of money to get two healthy, beautiful, strong beasts to till the field, if you used a yoke, you could do the work of two for the price of one, because you could get one beautiful, incredible, strong, experienced beast, and you could yoke it up to an inexperienced beast or a weak beast, but they would do the work of two effective, experienced beasts, because the larger, greater, stronger, more experienced ox would set the pace for the younger, inexperienced, or weaker ox. Now, oftentimes a younger ox would want to do what? Grab the harness and take off and go too fast, or was too weak and could not keep up the pace. But the older, experienced, strong, mature ox would set a pace that eventually the weaker, possibly inexperienced or possibly younger ox would finally yield to, and there would be efficiency and there would be effectiveness, and a field would be completed.